If you've ever tried copy trading and you haven't been able to be successful, then this video is going to change your life. I know what it's like. I've been copy trading for 5 years, and the first 3 years of my journey was pretty bad. I would find so many profitable traders. I would see everyone around me making so much money, but no matter who I plugged into my copy trading bots, I just seemed to keep losing. But it doesn't have to be that way. There are people making a killing in copy trading on the Solana network right now. And if they can do it, then so can you. If I can do it, then so can you. I've made all the mistakes anyone could ever make in this game. I failed so badly that I spent over a year building tools so I wouldn't have to anymore. Those tools have been live for the last 6 months and available to the public, but our newest release of our trade simulator is something on another level. The only reason you were losing before was because you were simply guessing. You had no way of knowing with whatever slippage you were going to get with a trader whether or not you would be successful or would have been successful in the past with his trades. But that all changes right now. You've now got the technology where you can simulate exactly what it would be like to trade with any trader with hyper realistic results. You're accounting for every fee. You're accounting for real life slippage. You're able to decide on whatever strategy you want. Whether you want to buy once, twice, 3 times, whether you want to skip buys, whether you want to sell proportionally or sell everything on their first sell. Whatever you want, whatever combination, you can simulate it in seconds. This technology has never been available before at this level. And honestly, now there is no reason to continue to lose money in copy trading. Absolutely none. If you failed before in the past, it does not have to be that way anymore. You can finally see the results that you see everyone else getting, that you've been trying and struggling for so long. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how it works. And I'm going to take you through a live example where we plug a trader in who the simulation shows that you would be unprofitable with. But with messing around with settings, deciding to skip buys, we find a scenario in which we would make an 80% ROI with that trader. Do you even understand how insane that is? To go from copying all the buys and copying all the sells and losing to simulating a bunch of different combinations and being able to find one that changes your results from a minus 15% ROI to a positive 80% ROI, making over $3,000 in a month. That is insane.
That's crazy talk.
All of this is available to you right now. So it sounds interesting. You want to really start winning in copy trading, then smash a like on this video and let's dive in. I'll show you exactly how it works. All right, welcome everyone. So here we are at copytrader.com where we host the best copy trading tools for the Solana network. We've got a Discord of over 500 users where our users are seeing real results. Like this user who turned $311 into $1,200 in just 1 week. And if we come over to our tools, we can find our upgraded trade simulator, which in my opinion is the most powerful copy trading tool on the market today. This allows you to simulate what it would be like to trade with a trader with hyper realistic results. Nothing is left unaccounted for. So if you look at any trader's trades, you check out their action on the chart and you know exactly what slippage you're going to get copy trading that trader. Then you can come to the simulator. You can put in that realistic, real life slippage that you're going to get. You can decide exactly how you want to enter the trade with a fixed amount or a percentage of their purchase like you could in any copy trading bot. Now you can choose your entry strategy. So you can buy only once per trade like you could in any bot, or you can decide to buy each token twice. And this is really cool. You can choose to actually skip the first buy and only buy if they buy a token a second time, or even skip the first 2 buys and only buy if they buy a 3rd time. You might ask, well, why would I want to do that? Well, if you look at something like this and you wonder why would a trader be buying a 3rd or a 2nd or a 3rd time, oftentimes they're doing that when they haven't gotten a great position the first time around and they're averaging in. So in this example, if you were to skip the first buy and only buy the second buy of this trader's tokens, then on this particular trade, you would have skipped the first buy and then you would have made a nice 40% profit by only buying the second trade. This just allows you to figure out if that's a good strategy for any trader, and I'll show you how it works in action in a second. This is why we combined these into one simulator. So now you can choose If I want to sell proportionally or I want to exit fully on the first sell, you can choose the slippage as it was before. Now we've added in custom fees. So you can choose custom fees, and then you've got your bot fee, your tips and everything. And the launchpad fees are automatically added to each buy and sell transaction. So yeah, let's just take a look at how that would work. So if we checked the last 500 transactions for a trader, so we'll go ahead and simulate that. So that processed, and you see the results here, which are not very good, a negative 15% ROI with this trader. You can see your fees out of 300 transactions. Another thing, so now you can see how many open positions a trader has, and what the simulator does, which it didn't do before, is it used to just skip open positions because they weren't sold yet. So the ROI did not count. But now it's calculating as if the open positions were sold in this very moment. So you'll know exactly where you would actually be at with this trader if you traded with him or her. So you'll see that on this trade, you'd be down 79%. So it would count towards your ROI. So with this trader, you'd be down negative 15%. So I'd say, okay, it's not very good to trade with this trader. However, if you come back and you're like, okay, well, you know, let's try some stuff out. Let's see if we only buy, if we skip the first 2 buys, we only buy when this trader decides to buy 3 times, which is not that much, but I'm pretty sure if he decides to buy 3 times, then the price must have dropped quite a bit for him to continue to average in. So let's just see what that particular setup would look like. We'll keep it on 300 transactions. We'll resimulate and we'll wait for those results. Okay, so that was fast, and now the results are in, and look at that. Look at that. Now we are making money with this trader with that strategy. So we'd only enter into 9 trades. We'd skip almost 45 trades because before I think we entered into 54. We'd only enter into these 9 trades. We'd only buy on his 3rd purchase of each token. Then we're making 23%. I mean, that's a killer strategy. And just to let you guys know, I've already talked to Leap about this, and they're programming that into their bot right now. So we can actually test out crazy strategies like this and make money. So if I'm going to trade with this guy over the last 2 months, and I know that the results on his 3rd buy are fantastic, even with slippage, then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to buy. I'm going to say, you know, I trust this. I'm going to buy 5 SOL per trade, because if he's buying for a 3rd time, he must really be averaging in, and there is a very high probability that I'm going to make serious money. And if I did that over the last month, I would have made $2,000 with this trader only buying on his 3rd buy in the last month. So the power of this simulator now, I can't even put it into words. There is just like infinite possibilities. I could come in here now and I could say, okay, we're gonna skip 2 buys and then we're only gonna buy once, and we're gonna sell a full exit. You know, I can do anything, and I can just figure out for so many traders strategies that would work, that would far outperform just copying his buys and sells like for like, because in most cases that probably won't work because of slippage. But now you have the real ability to really test incredible strategies. And I forgot to mention, now the minimum and maximum market cap filters are working again. So if I want to come in here and say, okay, I only want to buy tokens that are less than 200,000, I can run the market cap filter, and then that's going to say, okay, then you would have only entered into 3 tokens. But look at that right now. We would have won 2 of them and lost 1 of them. Our net profit would have been 3,000, and our ROI would have been 83%. I mean, this is crazy that you can simulate these things like this. And I can come in here now, I can say, I can just keep testing out new market cap restrictions, and just to see like which one is the best. I guess that's the same result, but if I were to come in here, I would say, okay, let's see, less than 500, I'll probably start getting into more trades, but I'm winning 3 and I'm only losing 1. Yeah, my ROI is slightly lower, but I'm spending more money. So this is very interesting, very cool. But yeah, really cool. So with the market cap filter, we went from winning 4 and losing 5, still in profit, but we're cutting our losses so much with a $500,000 market cap filter that we're cutting 4 of those losses and only cutting 1 of our wins, that our profit goes up there. I mean, this is really cool, and I'm like so happy with the way that this came out. I've been working on this for so long. I think it's the best simulator anywhere in existence. And yeah, I mean, the things you can do, it's just incredible. All right, thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this or you want to check out the tools, you can learn more about that at copytrader.com with 2 R's. I always tell people honestly that these tools are not an expense, they're an investment. If you plan to copy trade, The trade simulator alone will tell you right away whether you can win with someone or not. Can't tell you how many times people have come in and messaged me on Discord and they've said, wow, all the wallets that I've been thinking about trading, I popped them into the trading simulator and it told me I would lose with all of them. So you just saved me thousands of dollars. That's honestly one of the most powerful benefits of the tools. And then after that, they really do help you make your money back and a lot more. We've got so many people who are making serious wins in our group, even from their first copy trade. So definitely check that out. And at the very least, just join us on Discord, join the chat. We're talking copy trading and sharing ideas all day. And if you want to use the technique where you can skip buys to only get into the second or third buy that someone makes, then you can come to our Discord. You can come down to the Leap Trading Bot channel. You can download the Leap Trading Bot here on Mac, Windows, or Linux. You could also get the official link to their trading bot, which is on Telegram. But if you do decide to use the GUI bot, which is on your machine or on a VPS, which I prefer, you can get your access key here for free. It's absolutely free to use. And it's a really fantastic trading bot. And they just finished coding in the ability to skip buys. I asked for it and 3 days later, the devs finished coding it in. They're fantastic and really receptive. And now we just have access to an even more advanced strategy that didn't exist before this video. No one was doing that. We are innovating in copy trading all the time. So stick with this channel, stick with us on Discord. And if you want to use the tools, it's totally up to you, but they are there. They are extremely helpful. And I'm here to help you succeed however I can in copy trading. So if you have any questions at all, you can leave them in the comments below. You can head to Discord and reach me there. But until then, good luck with all your trading, and I will see you in the next video.